Can you feel the mounting tension, the palpable anxiety swirling around the Bell Center? The whispers of a potential deal, the looming shadow of a cap crunch, and the ghost of a legendary goaltender's contract, it's all creating a suffocating pressure. But here's the burning question that echoes through every Montreal Canadiens fan's mind. Is the ghost of Carey Price's contract truly haunting this storied franchise, threatening to shackle their promising future, or is there a daring escape plan brewing behind closed doors? For years, Carey Price was the undisputed king of the Canadiens' crease, a Vezina winner, an Olympic gold medalist, and the very backbone of the team. His iconic number 31 represented stability, brilliance, and the hope of bringing another Stanley Cup banner to the rafters. But time, as it always does, marches on. Injuries have taken their toll, and while his legacy remains untarnished, his playing days are, for all intents and purposes, behind him. Yet his monumental $10.5 million cap hit per season remains a very real, very tangible obstacle for a team desperately trying to navigate the treacherous waters of an NHL rebuild. This isn't just about sentimentality, it's about the cold, hard realities of salary cap management, and right now, the Canadiens find themselves approximately $5 million over the league ceiling. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a straitjacket, severely limiting their ability to maneuver, adapt, and ultimately build a championship contender. The immediate, seemingly straightforward solution for many teams in this predicament is to place the player on long-term injured reserve or LTIR. And indeed, if the Canadiens can't find a suitable trade partner before the puck drops on the new season, Carey Price will almost certainly be placed on LTIR. But as any seasoned general manager will tell you, LTIR isn't a magic bullet. It's a temporary bandage that comes with its own set of significant drawbacks, especially when applied during the offseason. This isn't a simple accounting trick, it's a strategic decision fraught with consequences that could ripple through the organization for years to come. Marco D'Amico, a keen observer of the Canadiens' landscape, recently illuminated the true perils of relying on off-season LTIR. He painted a stark picture of a team severely limited in its future movements. Imagine this. The Canadiens start the season with Price on LTIR, seemingly creating the necessary cap space. But what happens if, heaven forbid, another key player goes down with a long-term injury midseason? Under off-season LTIR rules, the Canadiens would find themselves with virtually zero additional cap space to work with. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's a very real risk in the brutal, physical world of professional hockey. Suddenly, a team already struggling with injuries would be unable to call up a replacement without making another roster move, potentially sacrificing a valuable asset or a promising young player. The problems don't stop there. The Canadiens are a team in transition, with a pipeline brimming with exciting prospects. Many of these young talents, when they eventually get their call up to the big leagues, will come with performance bonuses built into their entry-level contracts. If the team is already operating at the absolute limit of its cap space due to an off-season LTIR placement, these performance bonuses become an even greater headache. They would create additional cap overages, further complicating future cap management and potentially leading to a carryover penalty into subsequent seasons. It's a domino effect, where one seemingly simple decision can trigger a cascade of financial complexities. Furthermore, relying on off-season LTIR would effectively force the Canadiens into a money-in, money-out system for any roster improvements. This means that if general manager Kent Hughes wants to acquire a player, he would first have to shed an equal amount of salary. This isn't a system conducive to building a contender, it's a system designed for stagnation. It means the Canadiens could sell assets for future draft picks or prospects, but they would be severely handicapped in their ability to buy to add that crucial veteran presence, that missing piece that could elevate the team to the next level. This strategic paralysis would be particularly frustrating for a fan base eager to see their team make meaningful strides forward in its rebuild. And looking ahead to next season, the problem only compounds. With highly anticipated prospects like Ivan Demidov and Lane Hutson poised to hit various performance milestones, the potential for even more bonus overages looms large, further tightening the financial noose around the franchise. So, if LTIR is such a restrictive option, why haven't the Canadiens moved Price's contract already? The answer, as always in professional sports, lies in negotiation and leverage. Teams around the league are well aware of Montreal's predicament, and they're looking to extract a price, literally and figuratively, for taking on Price's contract. The prevailing rumor, reported by David Pagnotta of the Fourth Period and echoed by Renaud Lavoie, is that teams are asking for a second-round draft pick as compensation for absorbing Price's $10.5 million cap hit. A second-round pick is a valuable asset, one that could turn into a future impact player, and the Canadiens are understandably hesitant to part with it. Lavoie himself suggested that while some GMs might be asking for a second, he wouldn't be surprised if the Canadiens ultimately negotiate a lesser draft pick, perhaps a third or a fourth rounder. It's a high-stakes poker game, with both sides trying to maximize their position. But here's where the plot thickens and where a shrewd general manager might find an opening. Eric McNamara brings a crucial financial perspective to the table that could make Price's contract surprisingly attractive to certain teams. While the AAV average annual value of Price's contract is a hefty $10.5 million, the actual cash owed to him is a mere $800,000, especially after his signing bonus has been paid and insurance factors in. This is a monumental distinction. For teams that are cash-strapped but have ample cap space, or for those looking to reach the salary cap floor without spending a fortune, an $800,000 cash outlay for a $10.5 million cap hit is an absolute steal. It's a financial arbitrage opportunity that few teams would pass up if the compensation is right. McNamara specifically named the Sharks, Hawks, Penguins, and Ducks as potential suitors, teams often in various stages of rebuilding or with significant cap flexibility, making them ideal candidates to absorb such a contract for minimal real-world cost. These teams aren't looking for Price to play. They're looking for his contract to help them manage their own cap situations, potentially even acquiring an additional asset in the process. Despite all the compelling reasons to move the contract, General Manager Kent Hughes has maintained a calm, measured public stance. Eric Engels of Sportsnet quoted Hughes stating, "We're fine, we don't need to trade Carey Price. If we find a trade to move his contract that makes sense for us and for another team, we'll try, but we don't need to." This statement, while outwardly reassuring, can be interpreted in several ways. Is it a genuine reflection of the team's comfort level with the LTIR option? Or is it a masterful piece of negotiation, a way to signal to other general managers that the Canadiens are not desperate, that they will not be strong-armed into giving away valuable assets just to shed a contract? In the high-stakes world of NHL general management, public statements are often carefully crafted to influence the market. However, despite Hughes's public declaration, the consensus among insiders and analysts is that it is far more likely the Canadiens will eventually trade Price's contract. The long-term flexibility, the avoidance of future cap headaches, and the ability to truly operate with an open roster without the constraints of off-season LTIR are simply too valuable to pass up for a team committed to a comprehensive rebuild. This isn't just about clearing cap space for the sake of it. It's about giving the management team the tools they need to strategically build a future contender, to make the right moves at the right time, and to avoid the pitfalls that have plagued other franchises. The decision to move Price's contract isn't just a transactional one. It's a foundational one, setting the stage for the next era of Canadiens hockey. So, as the preseason looms and the clock ticks down, the Canadiens stand at a critical juncture. The ghost of Carey Price's contract, while a testament to a glorious past, presents a very real challenge to a hopeful future. Will Kent Hughes find that elusive trade partner, striking a deal that frees up vital cap space without sacrificing too much of the team's future draft capital? Or will the Canadiens opt for the LTIR route, accepting the limitations it imposes in the short term for a potential gain in the long run? The strategic game being played is as fascinating as any on-ice battle, with the future of one of hockey's most iconic franchises hanging in the balance. What's your take on this high-stakes cap conundrum? Do you think the Canadiens must move Price's contract, or is Kent Hughes right to play the long game? Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. And if you're as invested in the future of the storied franchise as we are, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive insights and passionate analysis.